Today we're removing the stereo from a 1991 Mazda RX7. We removed the stereo last week for low volume, and the problem was the stereo. We've taken that out, so the camera wasn't available. It was on another job at the time, but we're going to go through the removal process, which is going to help you as well. We're going to start with setting the parking brake and grasping the inside and sides of the piece here around the gear shift. That's going to pull back. We're going to shift to one of the second or fourth gears. This pulls back the panel, gets access to the front panel here. We're going to remove the insert for the ashtray. There are two exposed screws down here once removing the ashtray. We're going to remove one on the right. We have many Mazda removal guides on our website, carstereohelp.com, for our most recent and up-to-date listings of what we have on video. Now we remove these two screws, and we're going to take our pry bar and move up to the AC controls, and we're going to pry against these real gently to take these up out of the dash. This panel will pop right out. This is going to give access to two more screws here, both at the top of the opening once the AC vents are removed. Now this is going to allow us to grasp the sides of the panel and pull it back and move it to the side. We can remove the light bulb and the trigger on the 12-volt cigarette lighter here. Usually there's a little trigger on the side of it that squeeze in. And we're going to remove those connectors. These go back on one way. The trigger is right here on the side of the connector, and you push this trigger down here and allows this connector to be removed. All the connectors in this car, we have two main power and speaker connectors here. They're both different sizes. There's no need to label or key them. They fit back to one spot. And two antenna leads off here to the side as well in the opening. We're going to put the stereo back in and sort of do a little bit backwards here when it comes to taking care of this. The connectors all fit into the back. The antennas are very short on this. Sometimes it takes pulling the side panel off on the passenger side to get access to the antennas and so on. Get our main connectors plugged back in. Looking for these connectors, the side one, the trigger is right here, and you would push this trigger down on the side, this little trigger into the connector, and it'll release. And like I said, the antennas are fairly short, so they are somewhat difficult to get back up to the side of the radio to plug the two antennas in. The antennas are both male and female, so they fit only one jack on each side. And this is jumping a little bit ahead. We haven't got to the mounting screws that hold the stereo in the shop yet. We have 4 mounting screws for this stereo, 2 at the top. This is where when you get the front panel off the dash here would give access to these 4 screws that mount the stereo, and then you would remove them rather than reinstalling them to pull the stereo out of the dash and disconnect the connectors. Again, we have more removal videos on our website at carstereohelp.com. And this is the 4th mounting screw on the bottom left. This is how you remove the stereo from a 1991 Mazda RX7. Again, see our other videos, and thank you for watching.